Yo, what's up guys? It's SonicHaXD here, and today I'm going to be watching some Mortal Kombat content, and with me is a very special guest, Mr. TrueUnderDawg!
It's actually just TrueUnderDawg. I don't like the mystery, I don't do labels.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't tell you that before, but just now we know.
Okay, shoot, I actually was planning on calling you Mr. the whole entire video, but okay, gotcha.
No, I'm just teasing. You can do whatever you want. I'm just teasing. My sarcasm needs work. My sarcasm game is weak.
So yeah, today I'm going to be reacting with UnderDawg here to a very, very special video, a very big surprise, which we totally didn't already coordinate behind the scenes, and because we've already talked about this. We're going to be reacting to Gaming Sins by SYI Infinite.
Yes, we are punching down, as it were, because as you can see, very few subscribers, but his video is actually pretty good, and I like that he's very stern on his stances. I think it makes him a powerful opponent.
Yes, so I'm looking very forward to doing this. Also because the original Gaming Sins channel hasn't done an MK11 video, so we're going to do this one.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to be doing something very, very out of my comfort zone. I'm going to be defending Mortal Kombat, which is something that I don't do usually because I love to trash talk this series. But now I'm going to be trying my best to defend this series.
Gasp.
Gasp. So yeah, good luck with that. Oh, just a heads up. So this video is actually about like an hour long, but we are only going to be reacting to the aftermath portion of this video. If you guys want to see our discussion about Mortal Kombat 11, then make sure you guys go check out UnderDawg's video, the video I collabed with him over there. We talk about Mortal Kombat 11 over there.
Yeah, and that video is actually scientifically proven to increase your sex drive. It gives you a lot of extra money, and it makes you curvy in all the right places. All those amazing thing, so I recommend checking it out too.
Scientifically proven. Okay. One last thing, we got to make a disclaimer. We are only doing this for fun. We are not like trying to be maliciously mean to this wonderful individual. So make sure you guys do not send hate to this person. Just send love. Just send all your support. With that being said, let's get ready to trash this person down to the ground. Yeah! Woo! Gotta show him who's boss.
Oh my, the energy. Oh, I'm pumped now. I'm ready to go. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
WB Games.
Oh, he complained about the company again. WB Games is an awesome company. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, they gave us Alien and Predator as playable characters years before Fortnite. They're just now picking up on that, okay?
That is
true. They added
true.
Terminator characters way after Mortal Kombat 11 did it. Why? Because WB Games is from the future. They're ahead of the game. Just saying.
That is true. That is true.
NetherRealm Studio.
NetherRealm Studio. I think that's a thing that Cinema Sins or like these channels like to do. They always like to kind of bash on the companies at the beginning of the video. I think that's kind of like the joke, I think, in a way, so.
Yeah, I mean, this one, like, it's a bit harder to even, like, I don't know how he could even be anti-NetherRealm, because without them, you wouldn't even have the Mortal Kombat games at all. The new ones.
Yes, that is true. Without them, we won't get the content to bash on, to love on.
You know, I can understand when a business is trying to make money, but when a business knows they can price it at whatever price they want because they know people will buy it, it is very sinful.
Microtransaction. I'm not touching that, so I'll let you handle that one then.
Yeah, so microtransactions, as long as they don't give you a distinct advantage in competitive modes, I'm generally okay with them, but I do think it's annoying how they do it. Instead of just giving you a price, like for each individual thing, they want you to buy the time crystals instead, and they always make you buy more time crystals than what the thing is actually at. So in other words, you can get them in like increments of 500 or 300 or something, and they'll make sure the price of the thing is right in between there. So it forces you to buy more time crystals than you actually need because you can't buy a specific exact number. And that is kind of annoying. I kind of wish you could buy literally everything though, but that's because, like my friend said, I'm kind of a whale. But I kind of wish I could buy individual gear pieces and costumes for like $1. I'd love to do that. Like, they get a lot of money out of me right away.
True.
But I think NetherRealm wants the game to last longer instead of getting a bunch of money up front. They're playing the long game right now.
I feel like nowadays I do find that the microtransaction topic is definitely more controversial than like it was before, thanks to EA.
Yeah, and I do want to add one thing too. So if they did like what Overwatch does, where yeah, there's loot boxes and stuff, but all the DLC is pretty much free, I think people would be down. The issue is there's microtransactions and the DLC has to be paid for.
Wait, does this game have loot boxes? I kind of forgot.
No, but Injustice 2 did.
Yeah.
In Injustice 2, you literally had loot boxes. It was just like Overwatch.
Okay.
Except there's a lot of repeats, which is true for Overwatch too. So I guess it was pretty much the same. But my issue is that because there are whales, people like me who will actually spend money on loot boxes, that means people who don't want to pay for DLC get it for free because I'm pretty much financing all of it. Like crazy people like me who will actually drop like $1,000 on a game. So like that's how that works. And I think that's a good system. I think it's cool to get free DLC at the cost of microtransactions, but I could be wrong, and it's just my one opinion.
Okay. Yeah, microtransactions are really tricky slope.
So I got too real there.
yeah. But anyways, let's not stick around microtransactions. Let's keep going, because I think he goes like 3 more other things to do with the DLC in this game.
Combat Pack 1, priced at $40 for shitty characters. Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, and Sindel are MK characters, but for some reason we have 3 shitty guest characters when really the only character that was asked for was Spawn, and he still turned out shit. For $40, here's 40 cents.
He kind of more trashed on the guest characters in like Shang Tsung and stuff like that. Well, what do you think about the guest characters? I know you're not also the biggest fan of them.
Yeah, I think guest characters can be fine in moderation, much like alcohol. The issue is there's like almost an even number of guest characters to returning characters, and I think there should have been just 2 guest characters at the most, right? And then the rest could all just be returning characters. But also, are these closed captions or are these his own custom subtitles? They're his own, right?
Yeah, these are his own.
He had a spelling error earlier. He said 3 guest characters, like as in guessing, not guest.
I think he does have a couple of spelling errors from what I recall. But I mean, it's a 1-hour video. What you gonna do, I guess?
Nope, his entire video is now invalidated for that one mistake. That's how it works.
That is true.
We all know.
That saves me a lot of trouble. I think the guest characters are definitely the choices are cool. Someone mentioned a joke saying Mortal Kombat 11's guest characters are basically Super Smash Bros, but the roster was picked by your dad.
I think they're good guest characters. I enjoy playing all of them. The issue some people have, like myself, is that could have been a returning character.
Yeah, that is
That
true.
could have been Natara. It could have been Lee May. It could have been, insert favorite character here, but it's Terminator.
Insert my baby Reptile and Ermac here.
Yeah, Reptile and Ermac are what I would consider to be the untouchable, as in never leave them out of a game. That's kind of crazy to me. They weren't on the base roster, just like Melina. I considered them unforgettable.
Yeah, I suppose they just wanted to go with more different picks or new characters or stuff like that.
Yeah, the combat kids had to make it in.
Yeah.
They had to have at least the 2 combat kids, and they pushed out Ermac and Reptile.
And even the 2 combat kids aren't the most loved, because I think Kunjin and Takeda are kind of missed more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually starting to miss Kung Jin. I think his cool archery playstyle could fit in really well, especially if they push it much more as him being an archer. And Takeda is the favorite for a lot of people because he's Scorpion and Kenchi's kid. That's pretty nuts.
And his moves are really cool. Friggin' long chainsaw thingy with laser swords. Yeah.
You got a little bit of everything. Yeah, everyone loved Cassie for the exact same reason too, because she was the love child of 2 fan favorites.
The Aftermath DLC is also $40. $40 for a 2-hour story. 3 max. Here's another 40 cents.
So, Aftermath being $40, do you agree with that?
I'm the hard person to ask about that because I am a bit of a whale, like mentioned earlier. I think it had 3 characters, right? And a story expansion. I'd say that's probably worth $40. I've seen people charge a whole $60 for a new game, and all they added were characters from a different game. And that was Ultra Street Fighter 4. They added 4 characters that were already in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and they had pretty much all the same moves and animations. They just copied them over. And they still expect you to pay for that. And all they did was add those characters and some new stages.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, I guess. Aftermath was a lot of fun to go through, at least the story mode. But 40...
You know what? I think you're a bit more right than me, actually, because the full game was $60, right? So that would imply, is Aftermath 2/3 of what the base game was? No, not even close. So it's not probably worth $40.
In fact, just 3 characters compared to the original roster with over 20, then... Yeah, a little overpriced. I guess they expected the 40 to all be dedicated to how much the DLC story mode was or something like that.
Yeah, and because I've worked in the industry before, I've said things before about how the game costs $60 and that seems expensive, but when you consider how it costs probably millions of dollars to make, if not at least hundreds of thousands, and you get to play it for $60, that's kind of always been rad to me.
Yeah.
I see you watch Markiplier.
He's funny. I like his Five Nights at Freddy's content.
Were you sad when they got rid of Ungus Ongus?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually didn't even know that it existed.
Fair enough.
It was when it ended when I was like, wait, what is this thing?
I was mad because I forgot they deleted everything. I was like, no, I wanted to watch some of those still.
Raiden, where the fuck did you come from? No one else was over here except for Katana, Kung Lao, and Jade.
Actually, yeah, where did Raiden come from? Like, I guess...
I mean, I always assumed that Raiden was, like, inside of his consciousness, and Liu Kang does say earlier, like Raiden made me a god for now. So I think he always assumed they were going to separate, and he thought when they separated that Raiden would still be the Raiden he always knew, who has the god powers. But instead, when they separated, he left the god powers with Liu Kang, but they still did separate.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's how I would interpret it, too.
I see you trying to remind us what we're playing. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm playing. I'm just saying.
Now, you don't know. Maybe some people are idiots.
Well, can that really be a sin, though? People love title screens, you know? Like, whenever I watch anime intros, they always show me the title of the anime. It's not condescending. It gets me pumped. I like seeing it.
True.
Because I am a snake who's toiled beside Kronika, learning her secrets. I know them. Do you?
Cary Tagawa is the only man who can play Shang Tsung perfectly. -1 sin for this performance.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Totally.
Yeah, I love it. I actually also love how when they finally fight each other, it's just like the Mortal Kombat movie almost.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
His performance alone kind of makes him like my favorite character in MK11.
Everybody was super hyped just to see him as like the Crypt Keeper. So to see him actually be playable and then see him in a full story mode, it's all just coming up Tagawa Street.
Yeah. This is like my favorite thing about Aftermath too. Tagawa for the win.
Oh yeah. His little cheeky smirks. Perfect.
Here we go again. Nothing but bullshit retcons. We never heard of Kronika before MK11. And now Shang Tsung is saying he was betrayed by Kronika as soon as his work was done?
I don't really mind, I guess, because like Kronika has always done a lot of off-screen related stuff. This is the kind of thing you can mention a lot of times in this story mode.
Can you really call it a retcon too, since like it's been like a different timeline, right? Because Raiden went back in time and changed things, so that could be that combined with what happened is why Kronika showed up, because she knows it's gonna happen. Like she probably knew the second Raiden sent his message back to the past, she looked ahead and was like, okay, here's the outcome. So before that happens, I'm gonna take Shang Tsung off the table.
Yeah. Probably.
But the risk, Liu Kang, will be rewarded.
If you call getting your ass beat then having your soul stolen for later being a slave is being rewarded, then okay. Liu Kang knows what's going to happen. He later tells Shang Tsung he knew what would happen in the end.
Wait, did he? This I don't know actually. Does Liu Kang actually know from the beginning what would happen?
Shang Tsung does say that he used the hourglass or something to see into the future, I think. When I first played the story mode, I thought what happened was that Liu Kang knew that Shang Tsung had to end up with the crown, and that was the main thing that he was waiting for. But like you point out in your video, that doesn't excuse why he lets all the stuff happen after Shang Tsung gets the crown, because theoretically he could just show up, take the crown from Shang Tsung, or intervene, get the crown, any number of things. But he still allows everything to unfold before intervening. You know, they wanted to have a final fight between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung at his strongest.
I guess so. No, I gotta defend Mortal Kombat. How dare you? Obviously, that was the only outcome that could allow Shang Tsung to win and get the crown, is that everyone else had to suffer. Of course, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and the reward is going to be after time is reset, obviously. It's going to be the new era is going to be the reward when everyone gets to be happy.
Yes.
Because Liu Kang's going to fix everything. Cancer never happened because Liu Kang.
Yep, there you go.
That virus that can't be mentioned or we get demonetized never happened.
Heck yeah.
Because Liu Kang. War, not even a word for it in the dictionary because Liu Kang never existed.
Even though I think Liu Kang, if he wins, he still starts the Mortal Kombat tournament again. But anyways, yeah, totally awesome.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, like, he never says Mortal Kombat. He just says, we got to be ready, Kung Lao. For what? Smirk. Yeah, he could totally be saying we got to be ready to make a chocolate cake. Something like that, I don't know.
What is it?
My Reverend, he is close.
That's new. So you're telling me when the Revenant is close, the younger self that is alive gets weakened or at least feels pain for a short time? Then how come when Liu and Kung Lao fought their Revenant self, they were just fine?
I got nothing. This
is actually a Nightwolf specific thing. I think it's because Nightwolf is so in tune with the spirits that when a corrupted version of himself is nearby, he can feel it. That's what it's actually supposed to be. It's not that it's his Revenant, it's that it's Nightwolf. And Nightwolf has this unique ability to sense when his evil form is nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter and Voldemort, the scar burns. It's like that.
I can see that. Okay. I guess I agree with that.
Wow, Lou. These are some crazy powers you got now. How come you never used it on Cassie Cage when you were fighting her? How come you never used it on Raiden? This could have been useful. I'm guessing the game didn't demand it.
I actually am kind of curious about that too. Like, did he ever have that amulet with him the whole time throughout like the whole game?
I didn't even know what it was until someone in the comments corrected me. You do actually have that item in the crypt if you look for it. It's one of the things like in the battle room or whatever that you can read the description for. It's there. So there's a bit of foreshadowing, but yeah, I don't get why he never ever used it. It could be that Chronica said, hey, Liu Kang, only use this when I tell you, and then she finally told him to, I guess, but we never see that, so there's no way to really know.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was kind of stupid the way how he could just by himself defeat all 3 of these characters who are supposedly very strong too, just with this item.
You know what my excuse for it is?
Yeah, what?
What I have to tell myself is it's like that scene in Iron Man 2 where it's a one and done. So we only had one time to ever use it, and he was like, okay, here's my best chance to use it.
Okay. He never uses an MK11, but
No, he doesn't. Yeah, never once. I guess here he was like, okay, can I beat Fujin and Nightwolf and who's the third person?
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. Can I take them all out? Nope. Time to use the god tier weapon.
yeah.
Liu had no reason not to kill them. He's a sorcerer now. He should have taken all 3 of their souls and become even more powerful than ever before. Doesn't he want vengeance against Raiden? It would be smart to gain all the power at your disposal, but we have to realize there is such a thing as Mortal Kombat logic.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I mean, like, actually, they need to question them. That's why Liu decided to let them live. You gotta ask what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I mean, and totally, if you read the Mortal Kombat 11 wiki, then you would know that Liu Kang is still an amateur when it comes to soul magic, so all he can do is steal souls from himself.
Yeah, he's a pleb. He doesn't know how to use, I believe they say it's Shinnok's powers yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can't do that just yet. He's not that good at it.
If you were going to feed Shinnok their souls, you guys would have done it already. This is only to prolong the inevitable.
It could be they're just like carrying the head there, I guess. I don't know, like Shinnok's head hasn't quite gotten there. I don't know how you feed souls to Shinnok's head. I didn't know souls went to the head.
Yeah, I didn't even really notice that either. Well, I guess as he stated, like he should have done it earlier. I feel like it's just because they wanted to torture them. Yeah, I suppose they're evil. Haha.
Yeah, and I mean, why not? I think a sin that I'm surprised he didn't bring up along with a few people is that Fujin, who is like literally a god, is held by chains.
He actually does mention that in the beginning of the video, like how is Shinnok being held by chains too?
Oh.
I guess he already kind of got that out of the way in a way.
Yeah.
God sealing chains. They're like the 9-tailed seal kind of a thing, or I don't know.
Okay, now that was actually pretty sick. -1 sin for incredible teamwork.
I have to agree, actually. That was pretty sick.
I got huge Marvel Ultimate Alliance vibes when I saw that.
I like when they use combined abilities and stuff like that, because they do that sometimes.
Yeah, we need more of that. We almost never see magic in cutscenes.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Oh yeah. You see.
As I recall, you were bloodbound to Empress Sindel.
Here is another retcon that changed Mortal Kombat. You know what? Just send this shit.
What part of that is a retcon?
I don't know. Maybe that like Shiva was in service to Sindel.
Because I actually looked this up, because I remember Shiva was working for Sindel in the original timeline.
Well, then there you go. It wouldn't be a retcon then if that's actually the case.
Yeah, because like at least I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I believe that Shiva did work for Sindel, and they decided to bring that element back into this story mode. What was that? Hold up a second. Do you hear that? Wait, is it also happening on your end too?
Yeah, what's happening?
I guess it's this video.
Is his video?
I guess this video itself
Is his video just
doing
messed
this.
up?
That is weird. Yeah, I think it is this video. Huh. Oh dear. Something. Oh. Can you hear that? It's kind of loud.
Right.
Oh. I don't even know why. Don't worry, mister. I will edit your video so that you won't have these sounds.
Baraka hates Shang Tsung. Why didn't he just slice his head off? If I was Baraka, Shang Tsung will be no more.
Well, you see, it's because the Baraka thought that's where Shang Tsung's head was, because due to like the shape shifting, he didn't know where Shang Tsung's actual body is.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point.
So like he aimed for like where he thought his head might be.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny point.
My sincere apologies.
Shang Tsung and his sarcastic ass taunts. This is by far the best Shang Tsung we've ever seen in any Mortal Kombat game. -1 sin.
I mean, normally we would say it's a bad thing to criticize the same thing twice, but he complimented the same team twice, which I am A-okay with.
Well, we should send him for redundancy though.
I guess that is true. 1 sin.
We can send just him. But no, I agree. Kiritagawa's great in this. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the best Shang Tsung ever because I don't have a good recollection of Shang Tsung in every single game. But I do like the sarcastic, taunty boy.
True. Yeah, I can't really think of other Shang Tsungs that are up there with him though. A lot of people like Deception. What do you call it? The Deception, Deadly Alliance, and Armageddon Shang Tsung, I believe.
I mean, he's scary in those, but I don't think his personality shines through. Yeah. They didn't have story modes back then.
True. I really do like Tagawa, so I think he is one of the best.
Are you kidding me? Why didn't Fujin just blow them all way into the acid? Even if he didn't mean to, how come not one of them flew into their deaths?
He doesn't want to try to kill them. They're his allies.
Well, I mean, they are bystanders in all of this. Like, the Tarkatans are actually good at this point in time. So it would be pretty messed up to boil them in acid just for doing their job, which is protecting and defending like they're supposed to.
Yeah. Except for that first Tarkatan, he had to die.
Well, he slipped and fell in. Like, nothing actually hit him. We've been over this. Like, that dude just got scared of the fireball and jumped the wrong way or something. Like, nothing touched him. That dude just messed up.
Yeah, honestly, something like that. I'll just put it that way. All right.
I'm trying to wonder how you're capable of standing, let alone fighting Shiva after Shao Kahn paralyzed you. Yes, I'm aware Kodo was in the healing chamber, but he is still weak. How is it that he's fighting right now and haven't injured himself even more?
I have to agree. This is one of my biggest points in my videos. I'm like, poor Kodo Khan. Like, after he broke his back, he should have just been resting throughout the whole entire series. But no, they gotta bring him back because Kodo Khan is their favorite punching bag. Oh wait, I gotta defend this.
You know what they should have done? And it's a shame on them for missing the chance to do this at NetherRealm. They should have made it to where when he hits you, his attacks do like 1% their normal damage. And then when you hit him, you do like 15% more, like 15 times the damage you normally do. So you can kill him in like one combo, like one string. And he's like, oh, it just goes down.
That is a more accurate representation.
Oh, it's just hard to watch this part. He's just getting noogied.
Feels so bad for poor KK. I think the funniest thing is like right when he's strangling, now Katana slowly walks over to her.
Right, slowly.
Yeah.
No urgency. Imagine your best friend's like partner is being choked out. You just slowly walk over.
Yeah, she is dead right now. The person you have to obey is the one who is Khan right now. That is Katana.
I'm okay with Shiva disobeying Katana because of the whole thing that she has a chance again to save Sindel. I think that's fine.
Yeah. Plus, her and Katana are only partners. She didn't swear loyalty to her. They're just like allies. It's not the same as when she was literally subservient and pledged her entire life to Sindel.
Yeah.
Though I will say, the idea that she can defeat Katana is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Shiva being this strong, but if she is, there has to be a reason why she wasn't involved in anything that happens in Mortal Kombat 11 at all, because she seems like god tier if she can pull this off.
Basically like beat up all like the very strong characters like Jade, Kodo, and then Katana Khan gets defeated by Shiva. That is very funny in my opinion.
I mean, to be fair, like we see that in Armageddon. We see how strong Shiva is, where she takes like 2 of the fighters and is like holding one in each arm like they're little babies, and then she gets stabbed in the gut while she's distracted. It took 3 people to take down Shiva in the Armageddon opening. So at that point in time, in that series, she was like really OD. But as far as the NetherRealm series is concerned, she's not that strong.
Especially in Mortal Kombat 9. I don't think she won a single fight in that.
No, the jobbers I don't think win any fights. That's why they need to make it to where we can play as every character at least a couple times so we can see all of them get some W's.
True. But still though, hashtag Shiva for Khan.
Oh, for sure. I'd vote for her. You have no idea how happy I was in your videos when you kept showing her like punch people off screen. That was like my favorite fucking thing.
I thought I had a lot of fun doing that edit.
I knew it was coming too when Shang Tsung was like having the crown. I'm like, oh, please fucking punch him from out of nowhere. And she did. I was like, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Now you have Shiva beating Katana, who beat Shao Kahn. but Shiva can't beat Shao Kahn. My brain.
Actually, I have to agree a little bit, because if Shiva could beat Katana, then shouldn't she technically be able to beat Shao Kahn in a way?
Yeah, well, because the first sin that was like a really big one is the fact that Katana beat him mano a mano. Because like we talked about in our video, the first fight where he loses to Kotal Kahn is kind of excused because it's implied he's fighting everybody off screen. We even see him tossing Jade. So we know at least he fought off Liu Kang and Raiden, or at least survived them, and then straight up soloed Jade, and then Kotal Kahn comes running in. So it's like a very weakened Shao Kahn. But when Katana shows up, like Shao Kahn is completely fresh, and then on top of that, she's fighting people in between, and she still beats him. And it's just really hard to buy. And I say that as someone who mained Katana for most of the game, and even now it's kind of like, it makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah, well, it's because she was playable. That's why she got to win.
Yeah, it's a real thing, man. The avatar strength.
Because of Shiva being Katana, I do think that makes Shiva like very strong in like the Mortal Kombat universe in a way.
Yeah, at least in this Aftermath expansion, she's very strong.
Damn, I see why these females characters covered up. Oh, that's not a sin. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, I've also been a very strong advocate that it's okay to have revealing outfits in a game rated M for mature. The whole point is supposed to be that it's for adult audiences who want to just enjoy all the adult stuff that adults enjoy, whether it be violence, cursing, or nudity. Like, it's supposed to be all that fun stuff.
When you turn from a Revenant back to like a human form, you get a whole new outfit change too. Like her whole entire outfit changes. It's quite interesting that you get like a fashion change when you turn back to human form.
It's like when Piccolo gave Gohan clothes out of nowhere in Dragon Ball Z, like with a beam from his hand, and no one ever questions it. And even in the abridged, they're like, clothes beam! Because it's never explained that he can do that.
Oh, that's funny.
I do think, though, like we should just get, like at some point in time, and they'll probably do it, they just want to do it for Combat League rewards, I imagine, but every single Revenant deserves to have a human version of their outfits. It looks so good. It's like the best outfit for most characters. And I think only Sindel is one of the few that doesn't have it.
You mean like the Revenant's costumes, they look really good, and then you want the humans to have it?
Yeah. With Katana, I still rock her Revenant outfit on her human form. It looks so good.
I think I remember seeing some people say that they're like Jade's costume from Revenant form costume looks much better than her or what she has right now.
Yeah, even Kung Lao and like Liu Kang, their Raiden outfits look their Revenant outfits look really sick.
Yeah, shirtless Kung Lao does look pretty good. Yeah, they do.
It pleases me to see you, too.
Oh, wait, did you just catch that? He took a sin off because Shang Tsung says, "It pleases me to see you too."
Yeah.
I think this guy does like the new Sindel's design though. I'm from what I'm getting, the vibes I'm getting. Horny on main.
It is a good outfit.
It is.
Always horny. Stay horny. I woke up horny. No, I'm kidding.
Stay horny.
Where is my daughter?
Sindel asks where Katana is, looking around when she's right in her face.
Well, she probably was hiding behind Shiva the whole time. There we go.
Well, I think it's because, one, she's wearing a mask, and we recognize that blue is Katana, but no one else would really know that. And also, I'm not sure how old Katana was when Sindel was out of the picture. Was she still a preteen or, an adolescent?
True.
So it's those combinations of things. Half her face is literally covered, and she could be an entirely different age than when Sindel committed suicide, aka, killed by Quan Chi.
Wait a second, I just thought of something. Because now the retcon is that she has never been mind controlled. Because she did see Katana in MK9, right? Did she forget everything from her Revenant form then? Because if that's the case, then she shouldn't forget how Katana looks then.
Oh, you're right. You're actually correct, because Jax brings up that he has memories of when he was a Revenant, so she should definitely know. But did she ever see Katana when she was in her Revenant form?
MKX and MK9, so she totally should know.
Oh, and MKX, right? You're saying, yeah, MKX, yes. So she should definitely know.
Yeah. Okay, then back to my theory about Katana hiding behind Shiva. I think that's what happened.
Yep. She was definitely behind Shiva's big, bulky, muscular, sensual, want to bury my face in that. Never mind, that body. She was hiding behind that, yes.
Yes. I think I got someone else horny on main here, too.
Grapple me, mommy. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, this is getting to me now. Since when is Sindel strong enough to beat an Elder God? Aren't Elder Gods supposed to be these untouchable beings far above any mortal? What has Mortal Kombat turned into? Elder Gods proves they ain't shit.
Well, Sindel being OP is definitely a question out there. I think the answer is because she might have a little bit of Shang Tsung and Fujin's powers in her. That might be why she's OP. As for Elder Gods, well, I mean, we've never seen Elder Gods combat, so who knows? Maybe they suck ass.
Yeah, their power could just be they're omnipotent. Like, they're able to see everything at once. That could be their actual ability. And maybe the only reason Cetrion can kill them is because they can't read the minds or predicts the future of other Elder Gods. So that's why she could, like, assassinate them. That's what I'm going off of. But yeah, I would have thought they were, like, all-powerful in every single way, but I've never seen them fight, and I have seen them die in several games. So they're probably not the best fighters, honestly.
One other thing I could add is that it was also Sindel combined with Shang and Fujin and Nightwolf, like, all helping at the very end to get Cetrion out. And they don't even, like, kill Cetrion. Cetrion runs away, so there's a little bit of that too.
Yeah, they definitely all get in on that. Yeah, and also, I think this rule normally only applies if you're in the Mortal Kombat tournament, but maybe we can expand it to be all combat. It could be that whenever you engage in a fight with mortals, you become temporarily mortal too. That's how the Mortal Kombat tournament works. Maybe we're just going to expand that to everything. You know, life itself really is the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Well, this is getting philosophical, but yeah, I guess so.
Shang Tsung.
Oh dear. Oh dear. this I really wonder where he got this copy.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung again.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung may be telling the truth. I want Lu to name one time Shang Tsung ever told the truth when it wasn't for his benefit. How come Lu is all of a sudden willing to give Shang Tsung a chance? I'll leave this right here until I get an answer.
Because Fujin's there.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like because Fujin is a little more trustworthy, that's why you can kind of trust Shang Tsung a little bit more. It's the plot of the game, so. Like,
and we already know they have a bigger threat, which is Kronika. So the enemy of my enemy, that kind of mentality. And if Fujin's willing to walk alongside him, that's something right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be super trustworthy, but that's what I'm going off of is that, hey, you know, I mean, Fujin be right there, and also Kronika, you know, doing crazy things. We gotta team up, enemy of my enemy, that kind of thing.
True. I will disprove one thing about what he just said. He said that name one time Shang Tsung was trustworthy. Even though I barely remember anything from that game, but Shang Tsung was trustworthy in MK versus DC, from what I recall.
There you go.
He was like actually like on the good guy's side, from what I recall in that game. So yeah, gotcha, Mr. Infinite.
And I'm not even sure if Shang Tsung actually lies. I can't think of like too many times he's actually lied, at least not directly.
I guess that's true.
And you can also be evil without having to lie. You know what I mean?
Ah, crap. Now I have to defend Sindel. Well, you see, King Crimson! And that's why Sindel is an excellent character.
You know, I never thought anybody could ever convince me that new Sindel is actually better than the original, but somehow you pulled it off, man. Kudos to you, sir.
Right. I know. Thank you.
I liked your enthusiasm. King Crimson!
Everyone in JoJo kind of shouts it like that in the anime too, so.
Kingaru Crimson!
Yeah, something like that.
That's a very real thing I've heard. Like, if you go to McDonald's, they call it Mikuru Danaru.
True. I do kind of like sometimes when Japanese people say English. Toruneto, orange.
Oh, yeah.
As if we were foolish enough to believe Sindel was actually something good of a character. Nice try, but I know Mortal Kombat logic when I see one.
I'm not too sure what that was about. I think he was talking about why we as the audience would have been fooled about that, I guess.
Yeah, his statement is like very unfinished. He's missing a little bit of context there to his statement. I think he is saying what you're saying, where we weren't fooled into thinking that she was good. I will say I was fooled in the initial trailer. I thought maybe they were going to actually go full like reverse, and that would be very interesting if they actually did that. Because I was wondering, was that based on fan response? Or were they actually thinking that far ahead that they knew we'd hate the retcon of Sindel, that she was always evil? So they purposely made us think that and then gave us the good version in the DLC. That'd be really dope. Unfortunately, I was wrong in both regards, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. The only time I remember NetherRealm actually kind of did this, where like, because like Sindel, when she came out as a DLC, like she definitely felt like a evil character with her intro dialogues and the arcade ending. But I did remember the very first Injustice Gods Among Us game, Lex Luthor, like he's supposed to be a bad guy, his demeanor and stuff like that. But in the story mode, he's a complete good guy, from what I recall. So that's like the only time I remember there was like a reverse Uno that happened right there.
Yeah, that was a reverse Uno. In fact, even in the trailer that like showed him, it was like the Lex Luthor trailer, they also went with the evil version, who's only in chapter 1.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
I shall never.
Hey Katana, clearly she is hiding something. Why don't you start commanding her to show you her other arm? I mean, if it was me, I'd be suspicious if someone was standing with one arm behind their back.
I'm not really. Like, I don't know. I mean,
That's also her mom, dude.
yeah, that one's a little more minor in my opinion. I'm okay without that.
Yeah, can you imagine walking into a room and you see one of your parents with their hand behind their back and you go, I command you to show me, parent who brought me into this world and raised me. You listen to me. What's behind your back there? Though, and also to be fair, like that is a proper way to stand with like one arm in front and one in the back, as long as they intersect like at around the lower stomach area. That is actually a cordial way to stand. I agree it could look suspicious AF, but that is actually a way you stand when you're trying to be regal. That is one of the actual poses people do.
Okay, yeah. I don't really mind this one, honestly.
I shall never.
Oh no.
That was almost like timed right, actually.
Oh yeah, because she was shouting. Okay.
Like, object profit is just gone.
Okay, let's see what this is. So how come Shao Kahn does it good? Well, Sindel can control the range of her screaming thingamajiggy. Yeah.
Sure. And also, I mean, Shao Kahn's much, much tougher than those guys, too. So it could be he felt it and it just didn't tear his skin off. Shao Kahn is really, really durable, I imagine.
I mean, she actually does. She actually can control the range, right? Because in the game, like, when you fight, she does have a range of when the scream is effective for damage. So there is that.
Well, yeah. And also keep in mind, like, even though we see them as different special attacks, it actually is all the same ability. So when she does, like, for example, low star screamer, it's a projectile to us, but it's actually just her screaming in a different way that carries it all the way across the screen in a smaller form. And then she has the big one. It's like a big wave. It doesn't go as far, but it's all the same thing. It's just her screaming. It's the same ability. She can just control exactly how she wants to do it.
Yeah. A little okay with that.
It could also be, those Shokan were at low health. They're at like 1% health and they got brutality.
Yeah, they were already fighting like a very long time, and now they're like, you know what? Why don't we just kill Shao Kahn? Yeah, and then they get brutality. Yeah.
I was gonna go a step further and say they tuckered themselves out, beating up Shao Kahn. Like they tired themselves out, like trying to beat his ass because his health bar is so big, and so they're actually more tired. And then they get like one-offed because they're at that low HP, and she just screamed at him.
Oh boy! I knew it. Okay. I'm gonna skip this.
I feel bad for you. It's gonna be a lot more editing.
And all of a sudden, Shiva comes out of nowhere and overhears Sindel because the game demands it.
Because the game demands it. What you gonna do?
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't call out an even bigger sin. Like a bigger sin there isn't the fact that she hears her. It's the fact that Sindel doesn't go, yeah, so what if I did say it? Bitch, you work for me, don't you? So whatever I say goes. Isn't that your whole sworn like loyalty to me?
Exactly. I actually agree. I feel like even though Shiva is like, no, this is wrong, you shouldn't do this, but like you literally just beat up everyone just to get her back. Like you're supposed to be, no matter what, listening to Sindel. Like now all of a sudden you're back on Katana's side. Nah. I'm not accepting that.
Unless the idea is that because she like brought her back to life, she's like, she vowed to serve her for one lifetime, and now that she's back to life, it's like a new, life, so she's not like serving her anymore. That could be it.
Yeah,
but I think it's supposed to keep going. That was always my understanding.
The contract is due now, like no more, who cares about it anymore?
Yeah, but I was really surprised she wouldn't just turn evil too. I thought we were going to see like Shiva with Sindel like in the revolt. I thought that was going to be how it worked, like Shiva, Sindel, and Shao Kahn all fighting together, and we didn't get that. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, I mean, like Shiva had no problem working with Shao Kahn, MK9, and Goro and stuff like that. But I guess now there is a better way to lead.
Men are the inferior sex.
Well, wait, Sindel is... You know what? Too much information. Let's keep going.
Oh, look, it's Garrus. Looking for another Asby? Yep. There you go.
I mean, that's not a sin. Come on.
Well, it doesn't make sense, though, because that's like his form that's supposed to be so tough that even Raiden couldn't beat him. That's why I had to anchor him and put him in the Sea of Blood, because he couldn't even beat him in like a fair fight.
Yep.
So Shao Kahn beating him is hard to fathom in that armored state.
Well, Shao Kahn is just too damn good, I guess. I don't know.
I'm down, man. Like, I'm down for that excuse because I love Shao Kahn. I think it's how he should have been the entire time. So
sure.
I'm okay with that. But until now, he hasn't been that way.
Yeah. Garrus has... I think the more the game goes, like, Geras gets more weaker and weaker.
I don't know. Watch there be like a Combat Pack 3 and then a story mode expansion, and we have a Geras chapter, and he just fucking rocks everybody's world, just like how Shao Kahn gets revenge.
I hope something like that happens.
That'd be pretty fun.
As messy as Aftermath was, I actually do appreciate them like actually making Shao Kahn like a threat in this part of the story mode. Like I do appreciate that. I mean, you can pick Sindel, but we all pick Shao Kahn, of course.
I mostly picked Shao Kahn. Yeah, I love like even little stuff like how when they're on the boat and it has like, you know, Jade lining up with Sindel and Shao Kahn lining up with Kotal Kahn, and he just kind of stands there and slowly raises his hammer to point at Kotal Kahn like, you're fucked. I love subtle stuff like that. I thought it was so great.
Someone please explain to me how the fuck this makes sense. Cassie beats Shinnok, but gets her ass beat by Shao Kahn. That's like Captain America stomping Thanos, but got his ass beat by Iron Man.
First off, that's a weird analogy.
It is a weird analogy, yeah.
I actually think Iron Man could have a chance against Captain America. But anyways, the second thing is also, at least in my opinion, I actually kind of agree with Shao Kahn in the sense that Shinnok probably isn't that strong. At least in my opinion.
Shinnok schemed because he was worthless in battle.
No, you're 100% right, because at the end of MK9, we see that like Shinnok is already speaking with Quan Chi. He was waiting for Shao Kahn to be out of the picture before he made his move. That's how scary Shao Kahn was in MK9. Like, everybody feared him. So much so that even Shinnok was like, nah, take him off the table. I'm not risking anything.
Yeah.
So that's actually correct. And then on top of that, this game itself actually clarifies a theory that I had, and nobody believed me in MKX when I brought it up. I was saying that Cassie's green glow, just like Johnny Cage's green glow, is like kryptonite to Superman. Kryptonite does not have the same effect on regular people, or 90% of the aliens in the universe. But Kryptonians get fucked up by it. And it's the exact same thing with Cassie Cage's green glow. It really affects God. And it even says this in Mortal Kombat 11 in one of her intros. When she walks in and she's texting, she says like, oh, I gotta fight this person. And Jackie says, ooh, use the green glow. And she responds by saying, only works on gods.
Yeah, I actually totally get that I call it the green glowy power thingy. That's totally her thing to be able to like, her kryptonite against like elder gods in that kind of a sense. And that's why she could beat Shinnok in MKX. It's still dumb in my opinion, but that's how they explain it. So I totally I understand.
Yeah, it's still definitely a huge, like, I wouldn't say it's a MacGuffin or a butt pull, because they do foreshadow it in the game at least.
In the first chapter, yeah.
Yeah, I still think it would have been better to have, like, several people fighting Shinnok instead of just the one person. That's one of their biggest, like, problems in a lot of these games, is that a huge villain could be explained as losing if you just have the good guys team up on him, but they never do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually they do that. It's just that they get defeated in the cutscenes, and then it turns out to just be one person who has to fight that character.
Yeah. I'll also point out, too, that, Johnny Cage didn't even actually beat Shinnok. He just stalled him, and then Raiden used the amulet to actually beat him. Whereas Cassie Cage just, like, straight up actually beats Shinnok.
I guess so, yeah.
So that's kind of crazy.
True.
You wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts!
I admire your courage, Johnny, but you're about to get your ass beat.
Why is that a sin?
It's not. Yeah, it's not a sin. It shouldn't be. So, like, shame on him for that part. And also, I think a lot of people, I never even thought of this, but people in the comments were saying that would have been a really cool reason to trigger his green glow for the first time. Because this Johnny Cage has never actually achieved that state. So it would have been cool if you had to fight, like, a heightened version of Johnny Cage just for that one moment.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. I actually know a lot of people who are like, they actually wanted Johnny to win here because it totally makes sense for his like character motivation, stuff like that. But I'm like, this whole chapter, at least here, is all these characters thought they were the main protagonists in their story, and they all get just defeated, which is kind of why I like it in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all get rocked. And you're right, everyone thinks they're the main character, and then they get whopped. It's meant to be like the villain's like success this time around. I will say this, and I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out in a comments section, so I had to go back and watch it because I was actually not believing what they said initially.
Okay.
And you and I both picked Shao Kahn the most, right?
Uh-huh.
It turns out, if you do pick Sindel in this moment and fight Cassie, when it cuts back to show a quick little cutscene of Johnny Cage and Shao Kahn fighting, Johnny Cage is winning. Like, he's landing all the hits and he's dodging Shao Kahn's hammer swings. He's not like about to beat him or anything, but we see him like dodge 2 swings and like land 5 punches. So he's actually holding his own pretty fucking well.
And it wasn't until Sindel used her hair to grab like his neck that he like stopped fighting Shao. I kind of remember that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She does grab him. Yeah, she grabs him and like pulls him away. And I'm like, oh, he was doing good.
That's kind of interesting. I guess Johnny isn't too bad, at least. So he's got a little bit of a chance.
Oh yeah, for sure. I also thought, like what he's saying here, I did think they were actually gonna have Shao Kahn just straight up kill Johnny Cage because he like lines him up for the shot, and I was like, no, don't send his head flying. I thought that was gonna happen, but then sure enough, he doesn't die. I was like, oh, thank goodness, my sweet Johnny.
Yeah, I don't think they really like killing off their characters in these games, but I mean, I actually did feel like they should have. Later on, like, Kung Lao doesn't even die when he totally should have just got his neck snapped again like he did in MK9.
Oh yeah.
But instead he's like, you're too easy to kill, I'm just gonna throw you into the sea of blood. Like, okay.
They do actually give a reason here though, and it's pretty evil.
Okay.
I actually kind of want to give the writers props here for this part. So remember how like Johnny Cage talks about how Raiden explained where his glow comes from and like his people were bred like for the gods. That's why like all of his, theoretically he has ancestors that could all use the green glow just like him. Sindel says as they march into the portal, he's going to be used as a breeding sow.
Yeah.
Like him and Sonya. So she wants more of those like badass warriors just to be her slave. That's kind of evil.
It is messed up.
It's messed up. But
yes,
in an evil way. So that one makes sense.
Now that you mention it that way, it does kind of make sense why they live here.
The rest all can't be excused though. I'm with you on that. The rest are not forgivable, but this one I'm like, okay, they kind of gave a reason why they didn't off him.
True. And I guess they want Cassie to be in the arena or something like that.
Shao Kahn, not after your epic failure at the Colosseum.
That epic failure belongs to you too.
Ooh, got him.
Okay, I have to defend this. I'm pretty sure Kung Lao was saying the epic failure in this story mode, not in the MK9 story mode.
He definitely is. And to be fair, even in MK9 story mode, doesn't he like defeat the Deadly Alliance by himself and then also Kintaro?
And Goro? Like, I actually was kind of shocked by that. I'm like, whoa, Kung Lao, you actually are pretty impressed. He dead.
Yeah, he's pretty strong until the Omaiwamu teleports behind you. Yeah, nothing personal, kid.
I will say that is a pretty good burn though.
How is it that a god can barely stand after wearing the crown, but a normal human being like Jackie took it like a champ after beating Cetrion?
I mean, she didn't. She kind of was out of breath a bit too. They did.
Oh shit. Sorry.
What?
No, my phone just went off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. That kind of scared me a bit. No, what I meant to say was like Jackie and Jax do get a little bit out of breath, I guess. But then again, like Fujin used a very powerful ability, so I guess that's why Fujin is like, I need a moment, so you guys go first.
Yeah,
I guess
he blew those doors open. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised too. I did think he was going to keep the crown on the entire time, just judging by the trailers that we got. I thought his entire chapter was going to be like him wearing the crown, and I was a bit flabbergasted too. But I do think the idea is that those doors are just really hard to take down.
Yeah.
Because the only other time we see them knocked down is when Raiden fused with Liu Kang, and that's like his most OP form ever, and he meteored it. So it takes a lot of force to blow those doors open.
True, that's fair.
Could also just use a rope though and climb over, but yeah, go ahead.
There's a lot of people. We gotta hurry up and get through, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't Fujin and Raiden just take the crown away from him before Shang Tsung placed it on his head? They didn't even try.
Yeah. They do take a very long time. I think Fujin's like look back and forth, and 5 seconds later, Shang Tsung.
I do love how long it takes him to figure it out.
I think it was another YouTuber, like Brusque Poet. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. He didn't mention this part, and he was like, obviously the reason why they're not going to hit Shang Tsung is they could, and Shang Tsung could immediately wear it, but they want to have that dramatic effect. So like, as you stated, the rule of cool here. So that's why they're not stopping Shang, and Shang can take his time.
Right, and it's again, it's like you said, it's so that the audience, like NetherRealm or whoever did the shot, really thinks that the audience is an idiot and didn't figure it out right away. As if seeing a second Raiden land, it doesn't like give it away immediately.
I actually do feel like it's kind of genuine the way they pull it off. But I did mention that theory, like because Liu Kang did tell Fujin to like probably let Shang Tsung win, so that way he can come in and take the crown again.
And was it also you or someone else who pointed this out, where there was that moment where Liu Kang took Fujin aside and spoke to him, and we didn't really exactly hear what he said? And it could have been that he already knows that like Shang Tsung has to have the crown, and Fujin knows that too, and he already told Raiden also. So they're just kind of playing along right now. Yeah.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, like, oh no, look out, Fujin, he has the crown. Uh-oh, Raiden, I sure hope he doesn't put it on. Wink, wink. But can we just like imagine how amazing it would be if instead of like Raiden flying in and landing all dramatic, is it like the fake Raiden, you know, Shang Tsung takes the crown and goes, thank you. We just hear from off screen, and he flies into this electric fly, gets tackled and taken off screen by real Raiden. That would be amazing.
That would be kind of funny.
Booking it from like off screen. That'd be dope.
Oh, whoops. He had the crown and now he dropped it again.
Crown just spins in the air and lands. Ding, 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 ding.
And then later on, the whole story mode was just like a giant, like, gotta catch that crown. Everyone's like trying to get it or something like that.
Kicking it around on the floor. Oh, jeez, Butterfingers. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Just getting knocked around.
Giant Tom and Jerry sketch there.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Everyone's using their powers, like wind powers pushes it away. Lightning powers sends it flying. Shang Tsung's soul magic trying to bring it in. Everyone's trying to get it.
Yeah.
Lands on random Shokan's heads and they're like gods for like 10 seconds.
I am the keeper of time.
You were saying, bitch? Keeper of time, my ass.
Okay.
Did he send it though, or he just say it?
He did send it.
He did? Wow. Yeah. All these gaming sins channels or cinema sins have a bad habit of that. They say a comment and then they just have to put the sin, but it wasn't a sin. He agreed.
Yeah.
Shame on him.
It's funny.
Oh, okay. So I see we're bringing back the heirloom Raiden gave Kunjin and MKX. But this is the great Kunlao, the champion of this time. It was actually surprising to see this, and hopefully another one will continue this story. Gotta merit this either way.
Okay. Well, I guess he just wanted to mention that because he didn't sin it.
I do like this scene, though I think it would have been actually a cute kind of callback if instead, like when Liu Kang first showed up, he was like Raiden in the movie where he dresses like a homeless person, and it's like, who are you? And then he drops the cloak and shows all the tattoos, and then he floats up or something. That could have been really cool as like a little brief, segue.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That does sound pretty cool. I actually do like this ending mainly because I kind of am interested in the direction they're going if this is the canon ending.
The only way this could have been cooler, and maybe I'm just too much of a little fan fiction boy for wanting this to happen, and also the comments are what even inspired this idea at all. But imagine how amazing it would have been if instead he goes back in time to like the events of the first Mortal Kombat game, where like Liu Kang and all them were, but Liu Kang's not there because Liu Kang is him. And instead he approaches like a Raiden in training, like a human Raiden who never knew him. And he's like, I will train you to be the champion. And Raiden's like, me? And it just like cuts the blood. That'd be awesome. I don't know. I just love the idea of it going full circle.
Yeah, I can see that kind of an ending. I actually did imagine thinking if they're going to make a new MK game, like Raiden would probably be, for the first time, not a Thunder God, but like a regular mortal character who can use thunder, and he'll show his hair for the first time or something like that.
He's just cracking jokes constantly. He's a little shit. He has like no nobility at all. Yeah, fuck you, Liu Kang. Yeah, middle finger.
Like a young Raiden.
He's a lot different without the nobility of being a god.
Oh, I guess he just showed the ending without nothing else.
I gotta love that little smirk.
Oh wait, actually no, he took a sin off. I guess he liked that ending then.
Oh,
okay, that's cute.
That's a cute way to end the video. Okay, to like just take the sin off. Aw, well, points for that.
Yeah. I can't see what the heck the with this. Do you know how to turn this off? I never know how to turn this thing off,
you
actually.
You can't disable that. I don't think.
No. Okay. Well, I guess the final verdict is Shifu.
Yeah. I mean, that's why whenever I do these things, I'm not lazy. I don't tell it to be on every video. I manually place them each time because some of my videos don't have this end screen. Yeah.
For sure. I think that's a better thing to do too.
I like your idea, Shufu.
Shifu. All right. So that was Aftermath. I think I did pretty good for defending that. I defended about at least half-ish of the stuff that happened in the video.
Oh yeah, you were a castle wall defending all criticism. Amazingly done, sir.
Absolutely, especially our one and only Sindel. I had to defend our Cohen.
Those were also some amazing arguments. I mean, you did such a good job. I think we're all grateful to have heard that long, lengthy, believe it or not, like hour explanation of why new Sindel is better. Amazing stuff.
Yeah. Can't wait for all my audience to see that too and finally realize our true Cohen and her greatness. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining this reaction with me.
It was a pleasure. I didn't have anywhere else better to be.
Any final words you want to say about the scenario just then?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the likes to dislike ratio, and I say kudos to him for being brave enough to make a video like that, especially when your channel is small. It's tough to do something like that, so I think he was very brave to make a video of that nature. So good for him.
True. I actually did think there was a lot that we enjoyed from the video. I will say that some of the editing was weird, but and I think he could have.
I especially loved that though.
Okay, you know what? I did like it too in a weird way, but I do feel like he could have chopped down the video because he does like he does play the whole entire clip before saying something. He definitely could have chopped the video down a lot more. But overall, pretty good attempt.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we did enjoy the video. So where can the people find you? What you been doing up recently?
Now, I mean, I only have the YouTube channel and the Twitter where I just kind of shitpost, so only memes on the Twitter one, but you just type in TrueUnderDawg, you'll find me just fine.
Awesome. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Normally I would do an outro here, but I don't really have one. I'd usually just say like bye-bye and stuff like that. So do you mind if I steal your outro, Mr. TrueUnderDawg?
Do it.
All right.
I'd be honored.
Thank you all so much for watching, and stay underdog. But you know what? I want to be more of a rebel, so I'm going to change it up. Stay above cat. I saved that joke for like weeks. No, I felt like someone would say that.